somehow has this idea of what a Muslim is.
Many people label us as terrorists because of what's said in the media.
You're more likely to tell if someone is a Muslim if they're a woman because of the way we dress.
Yes.
A lot think that we're like seen as a victim.
They think that we don't have freedom and stuff, but
Whether you want to wear it or not, that's up to you. It's not up to society.
It's okay, you know. We'll get it all sorted out. Everything's gonna be alright.
No, everything is not gonna be alright. You've just gotta be patient and strong. I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I know, but listen, it's okay. I'll get my mum to speak to your mum. Everything's gonna be alright.
This film explores our personal experience as young Muslim women. We hope this highlights and maybe challenges society and the media perception of who we are and what we stand for.
Please explain to me the complications of being a female Muslim and the headscarf.
many people think that women in Islam are oppressed.
A lot think that we're like seen as the victims, like you know how they see us on the media, and then they think, okay, it's the wives and daughters that are the victims.
Society thinks that we're oppressed, and you know, like our main role in life is to, you know, stay at home, please our husband, and like we have no ambition, and that's really sad.
We're thought of a lot as like being not independent, and like a lot of people ask, oh, are you allowed to do that, or are you allowed to go to university, or like things like that.
Because it's not like that. We do have ambition, and we do like have a future.
For me, it promotes my sort of freedom, you know? I chose it.
In my opinion, I think freedom is covering yourself up and, treating yourself with respect.
And then what's the rest of society saying to you, do you think?
Wearing the headscarf.
Yeah.
Like, you're a terrorist, or why are you wearing that? It's all these hateful, nasty comments that they say, the ignorance. And
Because I choose to hide some certain parts of me. I don't know, it provokes people. It shouldn't.
I went in McDonald's with my friends just to hang out, and catch up and catch jokes. There was these two girls sitting next to me. They started looking at me, Deacon, giving me dirty looks. They made me feel so uncomfortable with them looking at me. But I, however, decided to ignore them and mind my own business.
Many people label us as terrorists because of what's said in the media, but it's just like one person and then everyone labels us as terrorists.
The media has the power to control the minds of a lot of people and shape their views and their way of thinking.
My friends had to go, so they left me by myself. I felt so intimidated by the girls. One of them started having a go on me and dropped my hoodie, asking me what am I doing in their country.
I think that's what it all boils down to. I think it's image, it's people's perceptions of image. So it's the image of what a terrorist looks like, or what they think a terrorist is, or the image of what a Muslim woman's supposed to look like. The Muslim community, I think the media they tend to generalise the entire community instead of highlighting the differences in the Muslim community, and the fact that this is a great example that me and Asma
Yeah, we're both Muslims, but we're completely different cultures, different languages.
So that's something that the media completely erases from our identities.
Whatever's in the media, that doesn't have to be true. Yeah. People can just go up and say,
And what is the media portraying Muslim as?
terrorist. That's how it is, all the time.
I was shredded with tears of sorrow. I was so embarrassed as everyone's eyes were on me.
The media is the most powerful tool in the world. So when people are constantly reading the word Muslim is always associated with something negative.
especially when you're on the bus, you're reading newspaper, at home you're watching the news, in the car you listen to radio, and constantly if someone keeps telling you, yes, Islam is bad, Islam is evil, Muslims are bad, eventually you're gonna believe it yourself.
We've been, for the last 14 years, the word terrorism comes synonymous with Islam. That you can't separate the two now. You ask a 5-year-old, what's a terrorist? Islamic, Muslim, they'll come out with those terms.
I feel like it causes people to then generalise about Islam and Muslims, and it leads them to thinking that somehow everyone has the same, norms and values as the extremist groups.
I don't think we should be like associated with them, because they say like the stuff they do, like is they like going against like every rule like in Islam.
They're trying to put us in a box, and we're trying to get out from the box, because Islam is just not a box. It's much more than that.
Instead of people going out and actually learning about Islam itself, I feel like the media makes people think that they know everything, so they just give them like little pieces of information, twist them around, spin them, make them seem negative.
Things that they hear and they think, oh, it's all of us, but then like a lot of Muslims I know have been told, oh, go back to your own country, when you're thinking like, what is their own country? It's a faith.
You wouldn't say a Christian is a terrorist. The media doesn't portray Christians as terrorists. They don't portray Buddhists as terrorists. I think it's that image that's been created. That's what's causing the prejudice, the stereotypes, the racial abuse, the hatred, everything, I think.
Tears started flowing from my eyes with so much remorse over what happened. I couldn't believe this happened to me, and I stormed out crying, thinking why that happened to me, why me? That left him with so much unanswered questions.
I've been living here for like 10 years in the area. Never, no one has ever shown me hate or anything until that day.
I was going to college, and as normal, this guy started staring at me, and I just blanked him. I didn't care, you know what I mean?
A few days ago, I was walking to school, and then some women, she was walking in front of me, and then I was just going straight, and then she walked right to my face, slapped her foot to my face, and then she started swearing, and then she started saying, "You're fucking Muslim" and stuff like that, and then she just walked off swearing.
And then he came up close to me, and he actually started poking my head, and had my scarf on, which is a bit weird.
Do you think that would have happened if this hadn't happened in Paris last week?
I don't think so, because it doesn't usually happen to me. Usually it's just stares or small things.
And he just poking my head, and I was like, "Are you stupid or what?" And he's like, "No, I'm just checking if you've got any dentures in your head, just in case you don't blow us up." And I was so, I don't even know what I was feeling, to be honest. I felt so really bad that I couldn't even cry.
They don't even acknowledge our age and where we're going and what we do or what our name is. They just think as long as they see this, we are terrorists, and that's just scary.
We were all just having a laugh in the corridor, and then Fatima just runs through and runs straight to the toilet. She looked like she's been crying, and she locked herself in the toilet and she wasn't letting us in.
Fatima, come on, let's in. Come on. Come on, we can help you. It's okay. Just come on.
It'd be nice to be in an environment with people who are just, open-minded about people's differences, and instead of just jumping to conclusions or judging, learn to
get to know someone.
Be more knowledgeable about the topic you're gonna judge somebody about.
If you have a daughter and they're your age and they live here in Manchester, what would you hope for them?
A safer place, a place where they can actually go outside without them being worried that they will get attacked or something.
A place where they can have multicultural friends, be friends with everyone.
Or if everyone teaches their kids now how to, just be respectful and make it a norm. Now they're making it sound like Muslims, it's a different thing. But the moment everyone like teaching that, oh, it's a normal thing, like it's just part of being British society, you're gonna get these different types of people. But if it's, like at the moment it's not being made like that, it's being made as if we're immigrants, we're not born here, we need to go back to our country, we're gonna destroy the place, we're taking everyone's things away. That at the moment, if that generation grows up and the new one comes, I think, yeah, it can be resolved.
We hope that this small insight into our new experience as a young Muslim woman will make some people reconsider their stereotype or negative feeling towards us. We are, after all, just humans.